Kharge, remember, is faced with backlash on traffic woes. There's a bizarre justification that Priyank Kharge has given, saying it's good to have traffic issues. Traffic woes show we are growing. That's Karnataka Minister Priyank Kharge for you. Let me quote what he said. I think there's a lot of scope for improving or decongesting Bengaluru, and for that, consortiums, think tanks, academic fellows and corporates, and more importantly, governments need to come together to have a blueprint that will decongest the city. So it's not just about building more flyovers or more roads, but better public transport, encouraging people to take mass transit systems. And of course, I'm ensuring that we create more sustainable and green transport systems for the city. Let me go back to my colleague Neha. Neha, this is a bizarre justification that Priyank Kharge is giving for a city and for a people who have major traffic woes every day of their lives. And, Bengaluru has been unfortunately infamous for its traffic woes. And now you've got a justification coming in that it only looks like we are growing, and that's why we have the kind of challenges that we have.
Well, that's right. Of course, we've seen senior leaders of the Congress party, one after the other, of course, coming out and saying that there are a lot of efforts that are being put in to improve the road situation, to improve the traffic situation of Bengaluru. And now Mr. Priyank Kharge, in fact, coming out and saying that, it's not just about improving the infrastructure, but about, pushing the public to actually start using the mass public transport systems here. Remember, of course, it was only yesterday while speaking with Mr. Mohandas Pai as well that he mentioned that for the public transport to be usable, it needs to be in a better state, that the current state, of course, of affairs here, as far as the public transport is concerned, isn't satisfactory, and to expect that of the people wouldn't be right.
All right, let me also go across to Mohandas Pai, joining me on the phone line this morning. Mohandas Pai, we've had you ample number of times speaking about the kind of problems that Bengalurians face as far as traffic is concerned. Now you've got a statement coming in that justifies this entire challenge, saying that, look, we're only growing and that's why we're having this traffic woe.
No, I think what he's saying is true, but he's also admitting his failure. The question we got to ask Priyank Kharge is, what has he and his government done in the last 2.5 years to alleviate the misery of the people of Bangalore? Yes, we are growing. We have been growing for 15-20 years. We're growing faster than the government's ability to govern. Governments have failed to provide us infrastructure. They made our lives more miserable. There's increased corruption in the Bangalore City Corporation. We have got 7,000 crores reportedly spent on potholes the last 3 years. Nobody knows where the money has gone. A lot of crooks are eating money. Corruption is deep. That is what they've given us. And for Priyank Kharge to preach that, yes, good to have traffic, it is true. Growth means more traffic. But what has he done? Public transport is required, yes. Public transport is a total failure here, because we got 6,000 buses run by the BMTC. BMTC is not able to raise money, is not able to grow. Why don't you allow private sector to come in? Invite Ola, Uber and everybody, all startups to run 100, 200 buses each, 500 buses each, and charge whatever they want. Why don't you allow carpooling to start? Why don't you clean up the metro? The metro is 3 to 5 years behind schedule. Nobody knows when it's going to finish. They're not even able to give a firm date. And we have that yellow line, and the trains have not come. We're suffering because of bad management. Bangalore is suffering because of misgovernance, bad governance, high corruption, bad management. Only now the GBA is passed. There are 5 corporations. So we got 5 commissioners doing some good work. There is some hope. But what Priyank Kharge is saying is a acceptance of his failure. The question you got to ask him is, you are the minister. We have all elected you. What have you done for the last 2.5 years? You're not even able to stop corruption. You're not even able to stop potholes. Our Deputy Chief Minister inspects every now and then, promises, but promises are not kept. Our Chief Minister went recently and inspected and is very disappointed. He's a very strong Chief Minister. He goes and tells people he'll take action. What action? He just sent a letter to people because he found a solid waste center.
So you're saying, Mr. Pai, that better management is something that Bengalurians can do with and absolutely understand the kind of anger and resentment and disappointment that the city of Bengaluru feels, that the people feel there. Now, of course, Priyank Kharge making that comment. Mr. Pai, I'm going to come back to you and I request you to stay with me. Can we please play that bite out where Priyank Kharge is saying what he said about the growth and, of course, the traffic woes? Listen in, viewers.
75.5% of Bengaluru's population is a working population, is a young population. We are number 4 globally. And it is, it's a good problem to have, if you ask me. Like a lot of people say that Bengaluru is having a lot of traffic issues. Yes, we are having traffic issues because we are growing. But we need to solve it as well. We can't say that, as a government, we cannot say that, look, we are growing, that's why we should not be solving it. It's a good problem to have. To give you a context, last year, close to 77.92 million square feet of office space was sold to global capability centers in the top 7 cities. Out of that, 47% was in Bengaluru alone. Just this year, we are in September still, and we have sold close to around 14.5 million square feet for global capability centers alone. I'm not talking about other office spaces, only office spaces.
So that, of course, is, Priyank Kharge making that comment. I still have Mr. Mohandas Pai with me on the phone line. Mr. Pai, you heard Priyank Kharge, and as you were saying, what you were saying, in fact, reflects the kind of sentiment that perhaps prevails in the city of Bengaluru. The people being extremely disappointed, and this justification coming in fact, at a time when his own government, Priyank Kharge's own government, should have been working towards better management of the growth that the city is seeing.
Yes, that is true. The government has failed in the last 2.5 years. They can't blame the previous government. Does it take 2.5 years to fix potholes and make sure there are no potholes? Does it take 2.5 years to clean up the city? Come on, for God's sake, cleaning up is something that's been done for hundreds of years. You can't even keep the city clean. You can't even fix the footpaths. You can't give us pothole-free road. Why didn't you change the transport policy? I want to ask Minister Ramlinga Reddy, why didn't you allow private sector to run buses? Allow carpooling. They don't allow carpooling. They went after Rapido. Rapido was helping people. They went after Rapido. They become anti-Bangalore in all of them because they want to control Bangalore like a golden goose and squeeze it. What Priyank Kharge is saying about growth is very good. He takes credit. Bangalore is great. We are great. He is great. But what has he done for Bangalore?
Okay.
The question you got to ask him is, what has he done for Bangalore to alleviate the misery of the people of Bangalore? Where are the results?
All right.
Where are the results?
All right, Mr.
Children spend 1 and 2 hours sitting on the road going to traffic. What are you doing? Why didn't you do it faster? Why didn't you give a time-bound program? You're going to do all this and monitor it every week and do it.
Okay.
It's a failure of governance and failure of government.
All right. Mr. Mohandas Pai, thanks very much for joining us and sharing your perspective. Viewers, let's quickly listen in once again to what Priyank Kharge has said on the traffic woes that prevail in the city of Bengaluru.
75.5% of Bengaluru's population is a working population, is a young population. They are number 4 globally. And it is, it's a good problem to have, if you ask me. Like a lot of people say that Bengaluru is having a lot of traffic issues. Yes, we are having traffic issues because we are growing. But we need to solve it as well. We can't say that, as a government, we cannot say that, look, we are growing, that's why we should not be solving it. It's a good problem to have. To give you a context, last year, close to 77.92 million square feet of office space was sold to global capability centers in the top 7 cities. Out of that, 47% was in Bengaluru alone. Just this year, we are in September still, and we have sold close to around 14.5 million square feet for global capability centers alone. I'm not talking about other office spaces, only office spaces for GCCs. This is the growth we are having. We absorb the highest number of migrants because we are creating the jobs here, and we have close to around 1.2 crore vehicles registered. Close to around 82 lakh two-wheelers, 25 lakh four-wheelers.
All right, Ashok Gowda of the BJP and S. Prakash of the Bharatiya Janata Party join me on the phone line. Ashok Gowda, to you first, your response to what Priyank Kharge has said. He said this is good. This means that the city is growing, it's developing, and this is just one of the ripple effects of growth.
that Bangalore's foundation was laid in 15th century and Bangalore is constantly on that day. Post-independence and as well as post-LPG liberalization, the Bangalore's growth pace has increased and enormously in the with a rapid. With all these things, the problem since the Congress government in this past 78 years of Karnataka's existence since independence, Congress party has ruled Karnataka for more than 62 years. And now we say that we are growing, it's a good problem. It's our statement by a senior person like Priyank Kharge, who is holding two portfolios and making such kind of a cover.
Okay.
Bangalore know what is the solution and how it can be solved. They should definitely quit the government and they should not be in the government, because Bangalore's problem is not about the roadways, it's about the type of vehicles which move across on the PCAR. For example, RMC mixers, water tankers, trucks and even the luggage carrying vehicles are moving in the PCARs in Bangalore city, and Bangalore government, that is Karnataka Congress government, do not have an agenda to solve the problem. You come and verify in any of the junctions, it is a problem created by the people, that is the politicians and the other people who are letting the buses stand in between the road and not solving the problem at all. So there is a solution. Priyank Kharge cannot say that we are growing. We are growing on the negative growth. So many companies are leaving Bengaluru and going to the other cities. And when Telangana government, Andhra Pradesh government, Tamil Nadu government and even Maharashtra government is asking for the pie of the share in Karnataka's growth. So what is Priyank Kharge doing? And now, believe me or not, this is personal experience which I am going to share with you in the national media. There is one German-based company which had approached me saying that they are ready to look at a land in Tamil Nadu but not ready to look at a land in Karnataka. And they are saying that the reason is very, very obvious. I asked them, what is the reason? My mother's place is also from the border of the Karnataka, that is also in Tamil Nadu. So I was asking them, what is the problem in Karnataka? They were saying that very simple. Karnataka's industrial minister or the ITBT minister, that is Priyank Kharge, or the chief minister of Karnataka, do not give them time. When they go, they have been asked to wait for 4 to 5 hours. And they have been asked, they're saying that you have to come, you have to go through a
All right, Mr. Vora, so you're saying that, the city is losing out because of, the lack of political will to do anything about the kind of challenges that the city faces. Ashok Gowda, thanks very much for joining us at the moment. Let me also go across to my colleague Meghna, who's getting us more reactions that are coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Meghna, over to you.
Well, absolutely, Shreya. Let's remind our viewers, you had Karge, Mallikarjun Kharge, the senior, of course, the father of Priyank Kharge, who a few months back had said, Bangalore will be surpassing cities such as Singapore. Just yesterday, you had DK Shivakumar coming out and says London also has its own fair share of problems. And now you have Priyank Kharge, who's coming out, the IT minister, saying that potholes are chill. And here you have BJP. BJP's national spokesperson Shehzad Poonawala says Nepo kid and Rahul Gandhi's close aide Priyank Kharge gives a bizarre logic to justify the traffic woes in Bengaluru, says it's a good problem to have. Traffic issues, it shows we are growing. Maybe somebody should tell him fixing potholes, improving infra, getting Karnataka's economy and budget in track will be better signs of growth. And of course, Black Buck and other companies will not be forced to leave due to slow-moving traffic with dangerous roads. This logic is bizarre as Rahul Gandhi's 300 kg car. Vicious and brutal. The criticism on the Congress. Back to you.
All right, Meghna, thanks very much for getting us those reactions. So viewers, the BJP, of course, hitting out at Congress party. Priyank Kharge now saying that these traffic woes are good. It shows that we are growing as a city, but ask any Bengaluruian and they will tell you how this growth has been extremely problematic for them, because this has been a growth which has seen rising traffic woes, something that unfortunately Bengaluru has been infamous for. And the Bengalurians will tell you how their daily life is completely disrupted because of the kind of traffic challenges that they face on a daily basis. A place that they could reach in 15-20 minutes takes sometimes 1 hour, sometimes more than 1 hour, all because of the kind of congestion that prevails. But this is something that seems like a bizarre response, bizarre justification of a very real issue, of a very big problem that the people of Bengaluru face. Now, of course, BJP hitting out at Priyank Kharge. But as Meghna, my colleague, was telling us, that this is not the first time that a Congress leader has, spoken about the city of Bengaluru. Earlier, Mallikarjun Kharge, as we are showing you, said that Bengaluru will become Singapore. There are ample statements which have come in the past as well, assuring the people of Bengaluru that the city will have world-class facilities. Now, if that's the kind of justification that comes in from a senior Congress leader, we'll have to wait and watch what exactly the government of the state does about this problem. Let me go across to my colleague Neha, who's joining me on the phone line. Neha, once again, this political war of words now erupting over what Priyank Kharge has saying. Not the first time that we're seeing a Congress leader making a remark like this, making a justification for a problem that has been existing for several years now for the people.
Well, that's absolutely right. Of course, we're seeing here that Minister Priyank Kharge now, while making a reference to the larger traffic of Bengaluru, suggesting that the city is growing, that, there is a need for people to start shifting to public transport systems, has faced criticism now at the hands of the likes of Mr. Mohandas Pai and others, stating that, when the public infrastructure itself is so weak, when the public transport systems are so weak, that metro lines aren't getting completed, that, to expect one to really shift to the public transport, of course, at this point, wouldn't really be, quite ideal here. Of course, while making a reference there to the kind of migration that the city is seeing right now in terms of population expanding as well, this is the reference that is made to the traffic problem of the city.
Right. Of course, Sneha, thanks very much for joining us at the moment. Viewers, what we are getting you is what is the latest statement coming in from a Congress leader. This time it's Priyank Kharge saying that traffic congestion in a city means development, and the kind of problems as far as traffic is concerned that the people of Bengaluru face, that reflects the kind of growth that is happening in the city. Extremely bizarre justification for something that should have been rectified long back. This is not a new problem that the people of Bengaluru are facing, and now, of course, a justification like this coming in will only add to the frustration. But remember, earlier, DK Shivakumar had compared traffic woes to London as well. He said in London, people spend 3 hours in traffic. In Delhi, it takes 1.5 hours to travel from the airport till the parliament. But only Bengaluru's traffic has more noise. Why, he has asked. And he broke it down also. He said, because we haven't curbed media freedom. So blaming the media is also something that the Congress leaders have done for the kind of traffic challenge that the city faces.
Issues, how to sort out the traffic problem, because even in London, 3 hours they have to travel. If they doesn't go to the public transport, if they are in the car, 3 hours. Even in Delhi, 1.5 hours from the airport to the parliament, you need 1.5 hours to travel. But Bangalore is making more noise than Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad, and whatever they said, because we are very free to all the friends, and our social media is speaking up. Next has come the artificial intelligence and social media. We are not curbing, but as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, as far as Andhra is concerned, as far as other state is concerned, the media is not allowed to work freely how Karnataka has been open to them. We accept the criticism.
I will.
DK Shivakumar, the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, viewers, who had said what he said about the city of Bengaluru, saying that, look, this is a developing city, and, it's only because we don't have media freedom curbed here is because the traffic woes are more visible. It's not like other cities in India and across the world do not have such traffic issues.